Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the DeKalb Planning and Zoning Commission meeting for this Monday, November 3rd, 2025. Could we start with a roll call, please?
Present.
O'Flaherty. Here. Heaney Graham. Wright. McMahon.
Here.
Chair Maxwell.
Here.
Quorum present.
Thank you very much. Move to the approval of the agenda. If there are any additions or deletions, if not, I will ask for a motion to approve.
I move to approve the agenda.
So moved by McMahon. May I have a second?
I second.
Seconded by O'Flaherty. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. We'll move to the approval of the minutes from October 20th, 2025. Again, if there are any additions or deletions, if not, I will ask for a motion to approve.
So moved.
So moved by O'Flaherty. May I have a second?
Second.
Seconded by Fallenbaum. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. This public participation portion, if there's anyone that has anything that they would like to speak to that is not on the agenda, you may come forth now. If not, we will move to new business. We have a public hearing. Staff recommendation for the Planning and Zoning Commission would be that the public hearing for a setback variance for a new townhome at 711 717 West Woodbridge Court to the November 17th commission meeting. Publication of the legal notice in the newspaper did not occur in the required time frame. Therefore, a new hearing date will be set for November 17th. Letters were emailed to the surrounding property owners who were previously notified of the November 3rd hearing date, mentioning the new date. And with that, we will move on to our second.
I'd like to we need a motion.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Oh,
I can make a
Recommend
motion.
motion to approve?
I'm going to recommend, I move that the Planning and Zoning Commission continue the public hearing for the setback variance for a new townhome at 711-717 Woodbridge Court to Monday, November 17th, 2025 at 6 p.m. at the DeKalb Police Department in the second floor training room located at 700 West Lincoln Highway.
So moved. May I have a second?
Second.
Seconded by Fallenbaum. May I have a roll call, please?
Philipbaum.
Yes.
O'Flaherty. Yes. Wright.
Stay.
McMahon.
Yes.
Chair Maxwell.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Thank you very much. The second item on our agenda is a public hearing, a petition by Shauna Anderson for approval of a variance to the Unified Development Ordinance to allow a new 6-foot-high privacy fence to be constructed in a portion of the front yard along Joanne Lane for the property located at 428 East Dresser Road. We have a presentation from the applicant.
Good evening.
Do you want to tap it? Oh, Jeff, do we have a mic? Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
There you go. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Nancy Anderson. I am the deed holder along with my daughter, Shauna Anderson, for the property at 428 East Dresser Road here in DeKalb. She's out of town for work and wasn't able to attend. We are requesting a variance for a 6-foot vinyl privacy fence to ensure the safety and security of her 2-year-old son and my only grandson, Walker. He's very energetic, active, strong-willed little boy who's the heart of my soul. We would like for him to enjoy this space as we will also. I believe the photos are there stating where the fence would be. There already is an existing fence that have a permit. That is shown there. The other fence would go along, come off the side of her house, and, right, correct, and go down, angle 4 foot from the sidewalk, and tee into the existing fence. We appreciate your attention to this matter.
Thank you very much, Ms. Anderson. We have a staff report.
Yes, as Nancy mentioned, request for a variance, corner lot. Again, corner lots can't have a privacy fence over 3 feet. 6-foot-high privacy fence is requested. Part of it's up, part that's constructed meets the code. Looks nice, mocha walnut vinyl fence. That's what it's going to look like. And coming off the edge of the house, or just right off the retaining wall here, then angled to Joanne Lane, and it'll be 4 feet off the sidewalk, continue back to the rear lot line, I would say, and then continue, this is already constructed because they're allowed to, per the current code, up and will attach to the corner of the detached garage. So in corner lots, we did work with the Shauna staff, kind of looking at the, based on a previous action on a corner lot, maybe reduce the amount of encroachment into that yard. I think the original was to bring it straight off the house to Joanne Lane. We suggested maybe angling that off, making sure it's 4 feet off to match others that have been approved at similar distance. We thought that gave it a little more, better look to it. There'll be no visibility issues on Joanne Lane or East Dresser in terms of visibility for any vehicles. You can see photos provided by the applicant. Will come off, right off the retaining wall angle towards the lot to the south. Actually has a 6-foot-high solid fence up right against the sidewalk. I'm not sure the history on that. I can look across Joanne Lane, come across angled to 4 feet and then straight back. That was a chain link fence that was previously up on the property, removed this summer. Didn't provide the adequate privacy that the applicant's requesting and security for their young son. So we feel this meets the requirements for variance. And corner lots, of course, always have a difficulty depending on the shape of the lot. It's very narrow at the southern end and wider at the north end along East Dresser. And where they're able to put a fence meeting the requirements does kind of hinder them on a corner lot. And this one, we did receive several letters, emails from adjoining neighbors for the variance. And I'll just read those in the record quick. Barbara Kaufman, 309 Joanne Lane. Dan Seymour, 301 Joanne Lane. Dan and Patty Rye, 405 Regal Drive. Pamela Wicking, 412 Joanne Lane. Dan and Carolyn Dial, 401 Joanne Lane. Mark Kelly, 136 Lilliamwood Drive. I don't know if I pronounced that right. Catherine Leckinger, 317 Joanne Lane. And Jane Pierre, 400 East Dresser. We also received one today that was copied for the commission, Joshua and Nicole Maddox of 425 Regal, all in favor of the variance. So
Okay, thank you very much.
we'd recommend approval. There's sample motion at the end of the staff report.
Okay, if there's anybody else who would like to speak to this issue, if not, I will close the public hearing and open it up to comments and questions from the commission. Seems fairly straightforward to me.
Yep.
And yeah, I mean, aesthetically, it will be a nice improvement, and obviously your entire neighborhood agrees.
Yeah. Makes it easy.
Okay. Any other? All right, if no other questions, then I will ask for a motion to approve.
I'll make the motion. Based on the submitted petition, testimony presented, and findings of fact, I move the Planning and Zoning Commission approve a variance to Articles 7.06.3, 7.06.4.b, and 7.06.6 of the Unified Development Ordinance to allow a 6-foot-high privacy fence to be constructed in a portion of the front yard along Joanne Lane for the property located at 428 East Dresser Road, as shown on Exhibit A of the staff report dated October 30th, 2025.
So moved by O'Flaherty. May I have a second?
I'll second.
Seconded by McMahon. Why do I keep forgetting your name?
That's okay.
Could I get a roll call, please?
Fellows,
Yes.
O'Flaherty,
Yes.
Wright,
Yes.
McMahon,
Yes.
Chair Maxwell.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Thank you very much. The The last item we have tonight is a preliminary final development plan and final plat approval for a preliminary final development plan and final plat for a solar farm at the southwest corner of Route 38 and John Huber Parkway, PSC Huber, Illinois Solar LLC. Do we have a presentation?
Could you pull up the, thank you. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Michael Larkin. I am a manager on the development team here at Pure Sky Energy. My colleagues with me today, David Shannon, who is a director on our EPC team, and Ann Rowley, who is an engineer, works for the firm TRC, who we hired to help design this project. Next slide, please. It's just a brief agenda. Next slide. So Pure Sky Energy, we are an independent power producer. We're a developer, owner, and operator of renewable energy projects across several states in the United States. We specialize in community solar, typically anywhere from 1 to 5 megawatt AC ground-mounted solar projects. Like I said, our community solar projects, we target states that have this structure and able to in order to develop these projects and share electric savings with the subscribers. Next slide, please. That's just a general idea of where it is there. It's on the very southwest corner of the existing city lines of the city of DeKalb, right off of Lincoln Highway there to the south at the corner of John Huber Parkway and Lincoln Highway. And then just, general facts there. It's just under 5 megawatts AC, just under 5.9 megawatts DC. It's roughly 30 acres in size. As a part of the annexation, the zoning got rezoned into planned development industrial district. There's the location again. These are the pre-existing conditions. Apologies if it's hard to see. But essentially, it's an agricultural field. You know, they've rotated between corn and...
Mike, could you be at the mic? We need,
I'm
we're
sorry.
videotaping, yeah.
They rotated between a corn and soybean crop. Those lines you can see running through it are subsurface drain tiles that we had surveyed and identified. There is an existing residential structure right off of Lincoln Highway on the north end there. That will remain. And on the south end, you could see we did a wetland survey. There's some farmed wetlands on the southern end of the property there. That is the site plan. You can see the gray box in the upper part there. We are not touching anything with the residents there. But all those purple vertical lines, those are the panel tables running north to south there, surrounded by a 7-foot fence, fixed knot agricultural style fence. You can see sort of the upside down U shape of green. That is the vegetative buffer consisting of trees and shrubs as we proposed. And there's an access road. There's a couple utility poles that come off the existing circuit that runs along Lincoln Road there. And there's an equipment pad where the inverters and transformers are based for the site, as well as the combiner boxes and all the electrical equipment. This site plan adheres to the setback requirements found in the city for this particular district. There's also a consideration made here for the expansion of the John Huber Parkway to the south there. As you can see, just currently tees off with Lincoln. But future plans to bring it south, so you can see that vegetative buffer kind of fans inward towards the south as they'll need that land in the future, as well as a small triangle in the northeast corner there. This is the vegetative plan. It's just showing our different seed mixes that we're proposing to use within the site. I believe there's 2 or 3 proposed there, one for the wetlands, one for under the array, one for all around the array, leaning on pollinator-friendly species and others to help stabilize the ground and meet our stormwater requirements. And Not sure if Ann wants to speak to any of the specifics of the stormwater itself, or if we should get in that detail, but
That's fine. I can run through the report.
That's fun. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Thanks, Mike. As Mike mentioned, the good background on the proposal, we saw this last year. So in November last year, the city council approved annexation rezoning of this site after the commission's recommendation. Approved the zoning concept plan and the zoning of PDI for the property. So they come back with more detail to the plan. I did stormwater analysis, wetlands, so you can see the arrays as mentioned. North and south, access off West Lincoln Highway, the existing farmstead, street view photo there just showing that will remain. A couple residents in there, they'll keep the existing well and septic, they're allowed per the agreement as long as they don't change the use on the site or the solar arrays go away. They can continue that. If it's a change on that site where the homes are at, some type of different use, they'll have to hook up to city water, also sanitary, public sanitary, if that occurs. Final plat was also submitted showing the site. And as mentioned, it's planned the John Huber Parkway will be extended. This came up in approval of the concept plan. The plat, it's kind of hard to see, but actually there's a little triangular piece dedicated already, will be dedicated to the township for the intersection. There's a similar little clip on the northwest corner of the intersection. And then further down on the plat, there's a roadway easement dedicated or put on the plat that will reserve that area for the future extension of John Huber Parkway, which is a township road actually. The County Highway Department kind of guides the townships in terms of roadway improvements, and they had a lot of input on this project. But the easement, as you can see, kind of angles. So basically, there can be improvements related to this site, but in the future, once the city or the county gives notice, 106 months notice, the landowner has to vacate this area, then they'll negotiate a compensation for the landowner to the extension. I don't know when the extension will occur. I think it's going to be down the road quite a ways. But with this site and the platting, it kind of sets things up, make sure when that does happen that this site dedicates or reserves the area for that future extension of the roadway. As mentioned, the plan pretty much matches the concept plan. The commission previously saw it last year. So we'd recommend approval of the preliminary final plan and the final plat, subject to staff comments being addressed prior to the recording of the plat.
Okay, thank you, Dan. Comments or questions from the commission? I have none. That's what I expected. Yeah. Okay. If not, I will ask for a motion to approve.
I can make a motion. I move that the Planning and Zoning Commission recommend approval of the preliminary/final development plan and the final plat for a 5-megawatt ground-mounted solar energy system, solar farm, at the southwest corner of Route 38 and John Huber Parkway, per the plans noted in Exhibit A of the staff report and the subject to all staff comments being addressed prior to the issuance of a building permit and recording of the final plat.
So moved by McMahon. May I have a second?
Second.
Seconded by Wright. May I get a roll call, please?
Fellepom,
Yes.
O'Flaherty,
Yes.
Wright,
Yes.
McMahon,
Yes.
Chair Maxwell.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Thank you very much. Thank you for the presentation.
thank you.
We have a staff report for,
Next meeting, November 17th, will be at the police department that night. We have the continued hearing on Woodbridge Court, the setback, and then we'll have the Project Midwest preliminary final development plan and final plat. The commission saw that within the last year. Peace Road in Fairview, a large warehouse distribution center. They come back with a more detailed plans and plat for the commission's approval. So those are the two items we'll have that evening for the commission.
okay, excellent. Anybody else anything to add? If not, I will ask for a motion to adjourn.
So, motion?
Moved by Philippa. May I have a second?
I second.
Seconded by O'Flaherty. All in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed, same sign. Thank you very much, everyone.